Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Today I'm with Owen Duffy. He is 6 wins, 2 defeats, and he's fighting for the BUI Celtic title on the 19th of November, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. What's the venue? Can you remind me?
Say that again.
What venue you fighting at?
Oh, it's what is it? I've never been there. I think it's called Gearwood Centre in Belfast. It looks quite nice now, I must say. Looking at it, Google, you know.
And you're fighting Owen. Owen O'Neill, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, another Owen.
Yeah, the Battle of the Owens.
Yeah, I've seen that headline somewhere, alright.
Yes, mate. But so the title's currently vacant, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. You're right there.
Yeah.
Just to let you get the opportunity, you know.
Yeah. My first question is, who's been your hardest fight so far?
My hardest fight, so that's a good question. Who's been my hardest fight so far? Who's been my hardest fight? Well, obviously, mentally, the fight that I did lose against Eddie Tracy was a tough one to take mentally. Had a lot of learning to do, which there's a lot of pros and cons to everything. There was a lot of readjusting to do and a lot of training to do, which is good because it did wake me up to getting the grit down and doing the hard work, you know. Currently, at the minute, the hardest fight I've had would have been my latest fight that I had against my Cavan fellow neighbour. He only lives out the road. That was a battle in the mindset, if you ask me. Like, two of us know each other quite well. We would have boxed each other in the amateurs, so we did know our styles quite well, you know. And I got the victory in that one.
Did you beat Dominic in the amateurs?
Yeah.
That's good, mate. You're 2-0 up on him, that's what we like.
Yeah, and I think I heard him calling me out again. I think somewhere, like, it hasn't been that long, he's called me out already. So, yeah. Look, it never ends.
Yeah, mate. So against Eddie, what went wrong? Was your head not with it on the day, or?
You know what? It was, Eddie, very, very strong fighter. He's a big man for the weight. He just called me one of them. You know that one of them. He slipped the backhand, he came over across my guard with a hook to the top of the head, and just put me straight down. That was the end of that. You know, I got up, I was all over the place, and the ref just kind of stopped it then. You know.
Yeah.
It was a good call. But just maybe in my style, the boxing stance, the boxing and moving, I didn't do that in that fight. You know, so go back to my roots is what I learned from that fight. You know. Because in my eyes, like, no disrespect to Eddie, brilliant fighter, and he's undefeated as well. But in my eyes, like, for where I feel I'm at, I shouldn't be getting caught with them shots. So for me, it was a big, it was a kick in the balls, you could say, that go back to your roots and do the homework, you know. So
will you rematch Eddie?
Eddie. Look, you know what? My goal, my number one goal at the minute is to become Irish champion. So, you know, like, if me and Eddie cross paths in that way, 100%. You know, like, I'm not afraid to fight him again, and I can probably guarantee that would definitely be my most challenging fight. Yeah.
So against Dominic Donegan. That was, a tough fight. Am I right in saying he knocked you down
in the second round? Yeah.
Yeah. What was going through your head when you got back up?
When he caught me. You know what? Nerves kicking in. First fight in over a year. You know, one of the commentators on the night did say, "Look, Owen's only fought once in 3 years," so you can say that there's a lot of ring rust. Now, for me, there was nerves playing a part there. Like I was definitely nervous. My stance was going wide. Then I just, I don't know. Looking back on it now, nerves in that split second, my stance was too wide. I went to throw a shot completely out of range, and got caught in the way of doing that. So like, look, it woke me up to just relax, go back, took the knee. Like I was totally fine. He caught me off balance, great shot. I took my 7-8 seconds, got up there, and I was fine. Just what was going through my head was just breathe, go through, just keep sticking to the plan, the game plan, keep chipping away, and the openings will show.
Yeah, and it did, and you found the shot that ended the fight, which is good.
Yeah, it was like that happened.
You should have been proud of that performance, because even though it was a bit of a ring rust, you still had a good performance, because he was active. He fought at the weight above. He fought Graham McCormack, and then he's been active, mate. So that's
Along with it, I see you're dead right there. Obviously, with you can see all the pressure with it being a local derby and all that kind of stuff, and the ring rust, all that. There was definitely going to be nerves there, but I had full confidence in my own ability that I could get the win, and I got it done. Thank God.
Is it true that those that guy's fans were messaging you?
You know what? I don't even know, because I was chatting to Dominic afterwards. I don't even know how much Dominic knows him. Dominic says he doesn't really know him anyway. I've just been getting a lot of stick off him for a couple of weeks building up to the fight, which I couldn't understand. To the point that I had to just get security cameras at the house, because I'm the only owner at the house, And I was like, I didn't feel safe leaving the house, because I was leaving the house for about 4 or 5 days, and I was like, I don't feel safe with just leaving that isolated on its own, Look, I've still been getting an odd message or two off him now, talking to Dominic. Dominic doesn't know him, so who knows? Like, he could be someone that doesn't like me anyway, and it could be a fake account. I don't have a clue. But
don't worry about them, mate. Don't worry about them. Don't let them get to you. They're jealous of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're doing well. You've just destroyed their boy, and they're upset.
Exactly. The emotions are high for them or something. I don't know. But just let them out.
But it's their respect for Dominic, though.
For me?
Yeah, do you respect Dominic now?
Listen, I respect any fighter that steps in that ring, because it does take a lot of guts and a lot of balls, if you want to call it that, to step in a ring when it's just you and someone else, but you're under the limelight, expectations, the opportunity of losing the fight, you're taking that massive risk. So I have a lot of respect for any fighter that steps in the ring. Is Dominic my kind of person? Maybe not. I don't really know him that well, but I do have a lot of respect for him for taking the challenge,
Yeah. Do you get nervous before you fight?
It's, you know what? Everyone, whoever says they don't get nervous is telling you a lie, because it's natural. If you are doing what you love doing, let that be anything. Like, let's say you give me an interview. To get nervous is good, but to not be in control, or what to, say, have little techniques to just relax. Good nerves makes you focus, makes you concentrated. You're doing the right thing because you're enjoying what you're doing, because you want it to go well. So, nerves, if I wasn't nervous, I'd be worried, because then I think I'm probably too far ahead of myself, and I'm losing focus on the game plan that's needed in front of me, So, yeah, definitely get nervous. But, I have a couple of techniques now. I've been doing this for a long time now. So, how to control the nerves and use it to my advantage. I definitely feel like I've mastered that for myself,
Yeah. Do you prefer like the day of the fight weigh-ins or like the day before weigh-ins? What weigh-in do you prefer?
What do you mean, like the atmosphere wise?
No, like I mean, what do you prefer, like weighing in on the day of the fight or
Yeah.
the day before?
No, no, definitely the day before a fight. Give yourself that day to hydrate and get ready for it.
Yeah.
Because your focus is all about making the weight. So to have so much focus on making the weight, and then all of a sudden you have to like switch out of that mode to get fight ready and get back in focus with the fight. I just feel like that's a lot for one day. So for me personally, I prefer the day before weigh-in.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Have you watched Owen O'Neill fight before?
Yeah, look, he's another very active fighter as well. He's 9-0. He's an undefeated prospect. I have seen a couple of his fights. Like he's very gutsy. He's a great engine on him, and I've no doubt that I'm in for a hard night.
Yeah.
On November 19th.
But if there's an opportunity to get the stoppage, you'll take it.
100%. Like I said this, I actually got interviewed yesterday, and your man was asking kind of similar question, what way do I see it going? And I was like, listen, at the end of the day, like whatever happens, I'll be ready for it. But my intention is to make sure this fight doesn't go the distance, because you can say that there's many advantages for him. It's the venue's supposedly only a walk away from his house. He's a massive following, so that may influence the judges on the night. Who knows? But I'm saying I'm just going to make sure that there's no ifs.
Do you have a lot of like people coming to support you?
Yeah, like I've family and cousins and friends in England. Have a lot obviously coming up from Cavan and Dublin and Monaghan. So and then I've got my sister and family in Belfast. So I have a good crew going. So it's going to be a great night.
Who's your trainer?
Frick Man McMahon. He's based in Monaghan. He was Christine McMahon, the world champion fighter. He was her coach. He's a kickboxing coach as well. He was actually at the WACO World Championships there only a couple of weeks ago, and one of his fighters became a world champion at it.
Yeah. Can you switch stances like southpaw and orthodox?
Yeah. I think it's important to be comfortable in both stances, because like that, you never know what's going to happen in a fight. So you might find yourself in the opposite stance, and to be comfortable in that situation, So it's good to not limit yourself, to have varieties and options, So I definitely train both stances.
Yeah. Who inspires, like, who is your biggest inspiration?
That is a great question. Who is my biggest inspiration? Well, you could look, apart from boxing, people that I look up to and inspire from is, the resilience, the dedication, the discipline of, we'll say, Cristiano Ronaldo, Michael Jordan, like the attitude of winning and what it takes to be a champion in whatever you decide to be in life. Takes discipline, takes belief, takes self-belief, takes focus. So,
do you like UFC as well as boxing?
Do I what? Watch UFC?
Yeah.
I do. I would have watched a good bit of it now when McGregor's there, because he is entertaining. But no, I wouldn't be massive into it. Yeah, you big into it yourselves?
I like UFC, but I prefer boxing.
Yeah. And I've watched it a couple of times. No, but I wouldn't be massive into it now. No.
Do you like Mick Conlan?
Yeah, Mick Collins, a Belfast legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got a big fight. He's got a big fight show coming up. I'm actually That's funny you say that. My S&C coach, himself are planning on going to Belfast to a show.
Yeah, it's a good night of boxing as well because you've got Graham McCormack, the Fergus. I forgot his surname.
Hi, Fergus. What's his name? He's gone out of my head as well. He's fighting Fergus anyway.
Yeah,
Belfast lad, I think.
That should be a good fight, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's. I don't really know much about Fergus now. I haven't seen him, but just knowing Graham McCormack's boxing style, you're guaranteed. You're always guaranteed a good fight with Graham.
Yeah, maybe. Would you ever go up one weight to fight him? Maybe for like an Irish title. I know you're not looking past Owen O'Neill, but
yeah,
could be a fight for the future if everything goes to plan.
100%, yeah. I'd never say no.
Would that be a 10-round fight if it's for like an Irish title? Because this one's only 8 rounds.
Yeah, so when it's a Celtic title, so it's a BY Celtic title, it's 8 rounds. When it's an Irish title, it's 10 rounds. So yeah, that'd be.
Is that the one just like a step up after the? So maybe when you win this fight, you might defend it once against, I don't know, like a challenger, and then you might go up to middleweight, or he might come down. You never know, mate. But your main focus is on the 19th.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like you just said there. That is an option. I'm not going to say no to that. Like if that's what is in line for me next, I will consider it definitely. Yeah.
Did you have an amateur boxing career?
I did. I started boxing when I was 17, going on 18. How many fights did I have? I only had about 20 or 25 fights.
Did you win anything as an amateur? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I won. So I won the. I was also champion. I was All Ireland champion. I was Celtic Box Cup champion down in Waterford, and I was the ringside world champion in Kansas City as well, in America.
So you had a good amateur career.
Yeah.
Did you get any stoppages on the way?
On the amateurs?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, TKOs, like where the ref stopped the fight, I would have had a couple of them as well, yeah.
Yeah. Are you a fan of boxing as well, then?
Yeah.
So who are your favourite current fighters or past fighters?
Yeah. As much as people, he's got such a love-hate fan base, would have been like, you cannot take away the genius of Floyd Mayweather, like his discipline, his focus, just his attitude in regarding his boxing. It was exceptional. A southpaw boxer that I loved starting off my amateur career was Sergio Martinez. Just loved everything about him, loved his style, loved the way he fought. And then obviously the intensity of Manny Pacquiao and the excitement of Manny Pacquiao. Them two southpaws now would have been my favourite. And then probably my favourite fighter of all time would have been Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones?
Yeah.
He was
just exceptional. He was exceptional to watch, wasn't he?
Yeah. What about current?
Current fighters now at the minute, it would be Paddy Donovan. He's an exceptional prospect coming up.
Yeah, I've seen him fight. He's a good talent, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very relaxed, composed, and he's intelligent as well. I can see him going very far. Paddy Donovan, Terence Crawford. I love Terence Crawford. Again,
Crawford's fighting Avanesian. Are you going to watch it?
When's that on?
It's been rumoured that it's going to be the 10th of December.
Well, that'll be a good fight. I'll definitely watch that if he's on, yeah.
Hopefully Crawford beats Avanesian, I think he will, because we all want to see the Errol Spence fight with Crawford.
Yeah. I think everyone wants to see that fight. Like, you know, Crawford, I love how Crawford is, like you were asking me earlier on, with the southpaw to the orthodox stance, you do much off it. And like Crawford's an absolute genius at it, you know. Can pretty much box you from both stances comfortably. And by changing stance, it completely changes the whole narrative of how the fight's going to go, you know. So I love his what do you want to say? His range of possibilities. I love that about him, man. I love his confidence and how calm he keeps, especially when he's under pressure.
I'll put you on the spot here. Who do you think would win with Crawford and Spence if that fight happens?
Oh, I'll have to go with Crawford for that one.
By stoppage or points?
It wouldn't. Yeah, it'd be a late. If he was going to stop him, it would be a late between rounds 9 to 12. Otherwise, it's going to be a tight fight. It'd be like a split decision for Crawford then. I'd be in more favor for a tight decision, Crawford. But if it was to be stopped, it'd be between 9 and 12, I'd say.
Yeah, but it'll be a good fight, just put it that way, and I'm looking forward to it when it happens.
It'll definitely be one you can't take your eyes off, you know?
Let's just hope that they don't do it so late in their career, like they're past it, like they did with Kell Brook and Amir Khan.
Yeah. Or Mayweather and fucking Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think would have won in their prime with Pacquiao and Mayweather?
See, I had this chat with one of my best friends. Like, you know, my head would say Mayweather, but my heart would want Pacquiao, you know. I just love watching Pacquiao. He's just exceptional to watch, and he's a great man in and outside the ring as well.
Yeah. And my last... Pardon?
What about yourself? What do you think?
About what?
About Crawford, or between Pacquiao and Mayweather?
I don't know, really. I reckon it will go the same way, to be fair. I reckon
same.
But I don't know why Mayweather's just doing exhibitions at the minute. Like, I don't understand. He's just fighting YouTubers.
Yeah, and look, he's getting good paydays, so they don't call him the money man for no reason. Like, he knows how to make money.
Yeah. And my final question is, do you have any advice for someone who wants to be a pro boxer?
Yeah. What would I say? From my own personal experience, is not to rush it. To do your graft, do your homework, do your training. Never let your ego get ahead of you. Do your craft in the amateurs. Make a name for yourself, because the pro game is very difficult if you don't have, like, we'll say, financial backing from a good amateur career, you know. So I would definitely influence people to push towards getting on their country team and getting a bit of exposure with their name before turning pro. Definitely do not rush going into the pro game. You know, challenge yourself at the highest level in the amateurs before you consider going to the pro game, because you know, if you're competing at the highest level in the amateurs, well, then what's to say then you're not ready for the pros, you know? Have a good mentor, have a good coach, have people around you that's going to be straight out honest with you and not just going to fill your ego because that's what you want to hear, but are honest with you. That's the best thing. I'm blessed that I've got people like that around me, you know, and it has brought me back down a couple of times when I was younger, you know.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Owen. It's been an absolute pleasure interviewing you.
You're very good at this, boss.
Thank you, mate.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Bye.